Pitt, and where are you from, sir? Dr. What was it, Dr. Is it Oliver? Doctor, I didn't get your last name. I'm sorry.
It might be muted.
Yeah, mute it. All right, don't worry about it. We'll get you. So let me give you some little bit about who we are, who I am. So we started the foundation in about April or May of 2019. To give you some context of how we started and who we are here. If you guys remember, in March of 2019, there was a girl at the University of South Carolina that got into a car and that was kidnapped and murdered. Well, that was our daughter, my daughter. So to show you there afterwards, we started the foundation around rideshare safety. It all came up through, besides the horrific event, but when I was talking at the visuals of never having this happen again at the University of South Carolina, and then also back in our hometown of Robbinsville, New Jersey. So we started trying to change and make it safer for not just the student. It started with just the students, and then it just mushroomed into something much more than that. So we're going to go over a couple different things. One, we'll go over the industry of where it is today, where it's projected to go. We'll go over the different rideshare companies that there are in North America, the most popular ones as well. The events, how bad it actually is that are self-reported, these numbers from Uber and Lyft. And then we'll talk about the solutions of what there is out there and what we have done. And feel free to ask any questions as we go along. So this is my family. Samantha is on the left-hand side in the center with my wife. And then she's up there with her, both pictures are with her big sister, Sydney. So today, when you look at the market share, they say it's approximately a $70 billion market. It's projected by 2026 to be a $210 billion market. I will tell you that both, especially Uber has had in the last 2 quarters the record earnings. So you can take that for what it is. So they're growing dramatically and very quickly. Lyft is in North America. They operate in 644 cities. You can see below now that how much larger Uber actually is. Uber is over 3 times the size of Lyft. Uber is the largest rideshare company in the world. Lyft is actually number 2. Uber is in all throughout the world, where Lyft is only in North America. That's why you see 69 countries and 10,000 cities. They will both tell you that they do about 1 million rides per day. Here you can actually see over 1 million. They do, between the two of them, 16 million registered trips per day. So it's quite a bit. Okay, not sure why this isn't going down. There we go.
The volume's not coming through, I think, for us.
No?
No.
This happens sometimes, and I'm not sure with oh, it's not. Meeting room is in progress. Let's go back. All right, we'll skip the videos. So the video is just basically to overall of what we've done, signing a New Jersey law, working with the governor, working with different folks to get something passed within there, and a little bit about Samantha. So so we'll save some time on that. So there are actually 19 states that do not have front license plates. Why is that important? Because on the app of all the rideshare companies, that is one of the safety features that they put on the app to check. So when a car is pulling up, you're not going to see if that's your car. So you're going to have to walk behind the car to check the license plates. The apps, most of the apps, if not all of the apps, have license plate, picture of the car, the driver, and the driver's name, what type of car. So the license plates will not be on. So if your kids are traveling outside the state, or from obviously in Pennsylvania, Pitt, you can see that you do not have front license plates, as you know. So that is something that you need to actually reinforce. So this slide and the next slide on the deck are the amount of actually rideshare companies that there are. There are approximately 35 rideshare companies out there. Uber and Lyft are the two largest ones, as I shared. And then if you see like next to Uber, next to Lyft, Flywheel, Curb, with the little stars, Via, these are the most popular downloaded apps for the rideshare company in 2022. So that's just important as well. And here we'll go to the next slide. You can even see Alto, Juno. Alto is actually a electric car ride sharing company. That's how they are in DC and Manhattan. They get around that. Manhattan has the restrictions of not allowing any more rideshare companies in there due to the congestion and the atmosphere that they're trying to do. So they got around it by having electric cars. Kareem just bought this year, was just purchased by Uber for over $1 billion. So on the bottom here, you can see Curb and Cabify. They will act as a rideshare company and as a taxi company, depending upon what suits them at that time. So that's important as well. Didi is actually the third largest rideshare company in the world, but they are located in Asia. So that doesn't necessarily pertain, but it's good to know. They are also a publicly traded company, as well as Uber and Lyft are the only other ones. I have on this that I created this when I created this deck in 2022. I put this up there for the amount of incidents. And I thought it was important to leave on here just to show you, like from the New Orleans, University of New Orleans student showing up at the ER dead on arrival. I've been in contact with the mother. Cleveland, Ohio, serial rapist 7 times. A Brooklyn Lyft driver kidnapping. Now, if you look at this is actually this year, and it's not much has changed. Both slides in this deck only took me 10 minutes to do. And I just did it on one slide because I just felt that there was no need to continue. That this says it all. And the reason I say that is because these are self-reported numbers from both Uber and Lyft. These are not my numbers. These are self-reported from Uber from 2017 to 2020, Lyft from 2017 to 2019. So they're overlapped for the 3 years. When you combine their number of reported sexual assaults, 13,963 sexual assaults and 49 deaths. Now, two things with this. You have to remember in 2020, we were in a pandemic. The amount of sexual assaults and deaths actually increased. This also does not include the death of my daughter. Neither Uber or Lyft took any type of responsibility because it was somebody impersonating an Uber driver. So we're in 2023. They should be coming out with another report shortly. But this just shows you how bad it actually is. And these are 99% women, because males tend not to report it because they're embarrassed. But I have gotten emails from males and their girlfriends and their wives from the males saying that they've woken up with their pants around their knees, that they've just been raped, but they just don't report it. So those are the major issues, the ongoing issues of today between the last screen and the screen prior. So here's some marketing tools, some things out there that we've created. Samantha's nickname is Sammy. So we're taking the rideshare zone. We're also, what we've done is, instead of making it a zone, because people are like, oh, we don't have a zone. But I will tell you, 90% of the places do have zones, especially colleges. And you look at dorms, you look at student centers, you look at stadiums. They're all areas where they're typically well lit. There's cameras, so they're typically getting dropped off and picked up in these areas. We're also changing it from rideshare zone to tips, if you want. So it just makes a lot of sense because the pushback and where you want to put it is less. So we have these SAMI signs, the stop, ask, match, and inform. These are all things that are on the app already. So, but this is to reinforce it and to get people to actually slow down and do 2, 3 of these things, because we know most people won't do everything because people are very quick and ready to move on, especially kids. But knowing where your safety features are, working with Uber, with Samantha, she would have never been able to get to the 911 because there was 3 or 4 layers buried. They have now moved it up. Ask the driver, what's my name? They know it. It's very important. And this will actually help of getting into cars that are impersonating an Uber or the wrong Uber. Matching the license plate and display, and then sharing your ride details with a friend or a loved one. So we have these metal signs that Rowan actually has. We also have stickers, magnets, everything that looks just like this. And you will see in marketing, it takes approximately 12 times to hear it and to see it to become second nature and ingrained. So you're going to see this in many different forms laid out for you. We also have what you'll see, pop-up banners like this and corrugated A-frame signs. The metal signs are 12 by 18. We also have corrugated signs like this as well that are 12 by 18. So you can see horizontal instead of vertical, same message, looks a little bit different. This is a green brochure with a silhouette of Sammy. Here's it in red and black. Again, this is a vertical, 1-pager. So you can see here pop-up banners that we have. And on the bottom, we actually have the ability to put the school logo or airport or whatever it may be. In this case, it was actually a casino in Atlantic City. This is what we've worked with the New Jersey, New York Port Authority. And this is actually very similar to what they do is, Joe, is what you had mentioned before. They have a group of different airports and Port Authority organizations that meet once a month, and they talk about what they do and what works and what doesn't work. I have presented to them as well. This is actually with the New York, New Jersey Port Authority. They put up 435 signs. So this is in Newark Airport, JFK, the New York Yankees pop-up banner, LaGuardia. So we are in, with the New York, New Jersey Port Authority, we are in the Newark Airport, JFK, LaGuardia, Teterboro, World Trade Center, Madison Square Garden, some of the subway stops. So we're obviously all over the place there. We have several public service announcements. You're going to see on here, there's going to be two short videos. If you want, go on our website and you can actually hear them, and because you're not going to hear the volume on this. There's Darius Rucker on here, and I believe Coach Peichel from the Rutgers men's basketball team. But we have approximately 15 different public service announcements like that. So you can see here, Darius Rucker from Hootie and the Blowfish, which was formed actually at the University of South Carolina. He does a lot of country. We have professional college basketball coach Peichel. We also have, and these will range from anywhere from 39 seconds to a minute and a half. Jason Alexander, Bob Saget are the two longest ones at a minute and 5, actually a minute and 20, a minute and a half. We have a professional hockey player, Ross Colton, who now was with the Tampa Bay Lightning, who's now with Denver Canucks. New Jersey Housewives, we're getting a New York Giant is getting ready to do one. Hopefully we're getting a Shaquille O'Neal to do it through a contact. We're waiting for that, and a couple of others. So if you know of anybody, we're always here. People, the kids will listen to them, and these are short to play on your social media, which is great. They'll listen to them before they will listen to you or I. It's just the way it is because they're famous. And that's the purpose of it. They usually play it, and they will play it on their social media, on their platforms to hit their demographics, which are great. And that's what we want. Again, if you know anyone, shoot them over, please. It takes 10 minutes. We do all the editing. It's professionally done. I actually paid about $25,000 to have the editing done and go through all the different steps. Please look at it. They're very good and they're very impactful. Another public service announcement that we have here is where the child safety locks are. Samantha got into the car, the child safety locks were engaged, the back door locks were engaged, she had no way to get out. We've had inserts in People magazine, Martha Stewart Living, Parents, all the same, different demographics. We've also have done documentaries. We're on Hulu, the latest one, and it's called Death in the Dorms, and we're on episode 4 or 5. I'm not sure which one it is, but we've had a tremendous amount of feedback on that from anywhere from Italy, South Africa, Europe, all over about that. So these are some scholastic examples. This is actually Samantha standing in front of the Drexel sign. This was taken the weekend before everything happened. She was a student acceptance day at Drexel because she was getting ready to go to law school there on a full scholarship in Pennsylvania, downtown Philly. Again, this is what VCU did. This is the corrugated sign. So that's 12 by 18. They put their logo on the bottom. This is West Virginia Wesley. They had the pop-up banners. They have brochures, all for Safety Week. University of Richmond, Belmont University in Nashville, College of New Jersey. I think we recognize this guy here. FAU. And these are just some examples. We have partnerships with Rowan, we have with College of New Jersey, we have Rutgers, we have St. Peter's. I was just at NJIT, to Harvard, Syracuse. I mean, all over. We probably in about 30 different colleges in total. These are great. These are door hangers that go on. An example would be University of South Carolina, and as actually NJIT just ordered 2,000 of these, where they put them on every freshman dorm. St. Peter's University did as well. I did a presentation there to the freshman class, and as I was doing it, they were putting these on every dorm. And they're great because who usually moves in the kids are the parents. And when they're on there, it's a great marketing tool because they either put them on the desk or on the bed, and the parents can go back to that, or the kids go back to it. This is a pop-up banner with the logo of the South Carolina with Columbia, South Carolina Police Department, Monmouth County Prosecutor's Office in New Jersey. Again, this is a video. I won't play it because you're not going to be able to hear it. You'll lose most of the impact on it. And then I think this is important because it doesn't just pertain to us. This pertains to your whole campus, right? To this everyday life. If you see something, say something. So I get asked all the time, what is the safest platform? I took a screenshot of my settings. I'm working with Uber. And this is what we're actually trying to create a federal law on, to have this be the Uber standard platform. So every time that, I would really take a picture of this. I would get this, go through it, and really put this for yourself, but also for everybody else. This will make it the safest platform out there for rideshare. So every time that you use an Uber, by doing this, you will get a 4-digit PIN, random PIN, 12349573. When your car pulls up, you give the driver the PIN, 9573. If it is your car, your phone will vibrate. If it's not your car, nothing happens. And somebody that's impersonating an Uber can't even do this. So you go into the settings, you hit verify your ride, use the pin ride option all the time, and that is what you're going to get every single time. Lyft doesn't use this, they will use something else. Still waiting with them, but this is what we're trying to make on a federal side, a federal law for Uber to have that confirmation before you're getting into the car. So they can do it, they just have been fighting us on it. So now they're actually making that if you have children, if they're under 18, that they're supposed to use this platform because it is the safest. Now, if they're making minors do it, I don't know why they're not pushing it all over if they know that it is a safer platform. They have actually spent about $3 million lobbying against us over last year. I come back to this screen, to this slide, because I find it to be the most important, one of the most important slides, because these are Uber and Lyft's numbers, not my numbers. 13,963 self-reported sexual assaults and 49 deaths. To me, it's insane. And they will tell you that this is a fraction of the number of rides they do per day. I agree wholeheartedly, this is. But when is enough, right? To me, one death is too much. One sexual assault is too much. I've gotten a call from kids from James Madison University that they were in the car, the two girls, and the driver went off course, and they go, "Where are you taking us?" And the driver said that, "I'm taking you to a place where nobody will find you." They were able to get out of the car. They reported it to the university. They reported it to the police. Then nothing was happening, and then I got involved with my contacts at Uber. So, there was just an incident at San Diego State University. I'm heading out to San Diego in October, and hopefully be meeting with the university. So it's a rampant thing. It is more and more drivers, more and more people are using it and becoming second nature. And a way to think about this is that when we have children, or if you're a child, your parents, and what we do is we tell our kids, don't talk to strangers and don't get in cars with strangers. And that's exactly what we're doing. We're hoping that Uber and Lyft and the 33 other companies are doing their due diligence and doing background checks. But I can tell you, I may do a light background check today, but tomorrow I could do something and nothing's going to happen to me. So it's constant reminders that we need to be vigilant, and we need to really take our time and do what's right and slow up and really help. So that's what I have for you guys. Sorry that this sound doesn't work. I didn't want to mess around and waste more time for you guys, but the videos are nice to have. They say a lot, they do a lot. Samantha's friends, Sydney, my oldest daughter's in it. I'm in it. My wife's in it. The governor of New Jersey, and some others are all in it. So this is my information. Again, you can go on to whatsmyname.org and you can download the videos for free of the PSAs. I know a lot of the police departments, a lot of social media, they love it because it's professionally short, and it's impactful. So that's what I have for you. If you have any questions, if I could help you, please, please, please don't hesitate.
Okay, thank you very much. So I'll just quickly share what Rowan's been doing. So to incorporate this, so first we got the signs, so that's the first thing. So we have them positioned primarily in our student center, our foyer, where people wait for rides because they don't want to be out in the sun or in the rain. But then along the light posts, in that one photo we had, like we have a half circle, and it's a rideshare zone. It's a spot that if someone needs to get picked up, that's where the car is going. But we do have others, so I just mentioned that I'm really trying to work with our public safety is on board. There's been some thoughts about whether or not, what if every initiative that happens on campus wants banners and signs? Like, are there enough room? So that was some original thoughts, but I think the assistant VP for public safety is on board more now. So I'm going to look to see about expanding that. And as we mentioned, even if it's not a zone, we know it's a spot people are going to be waiting. So can they read that? We also partnered with another office, and we added the information to magnets that went on everyone's. So similar to the door hangers, we did magnets on everyone's mini fridges. They get them. And it talked a little bit about, it was both on sexual assault, Title IX reporting, and rideshare safety. I said, I'll fund these magnets, but I want to put rideshare safety. I want to add it on there. And I did, more of the horizontal version of it, and it fits well. We also have cards at the information desk in the student center that has campus resources, the backside, rideshare safety information. Another thing that we do is I send I'm sure we all have them on campus, but an announcer the first weeks of school. A lot of students delete them, but it's a lot. Multiple announcements for the campus. I have it run about 4 different times, and it provides those tips. I share it with faculty staff as well. And the final thing that we've been doing is we have a first year experience course, so University 101, we call it Rome 101. And I've created a slide deck that has taken a lot of the information that's been shared today and some information, Rowan specific stuff. And I've shared it with the instructors. So a lot of the instructors, I'm not sure how many we have. We probably have about 60 or more sections of that for our first year students. And it doesn't take long. You could see how long, it doesn't take long to make people kind of think a little differently. And they've really been on board with that. So I've tried to make it as easy as possible by giving them the presentation. Like I think, like I said, that embedded are the videos and stuff that are really impactful as well. So we found I think it's successful. I was going to share, and I'm going to throw it in the link because the chat. But Rowan actually, no, I won't say Rowan, but Glassboro actually has a individual who has created their own rideshare. So when you talk about this rideshare companies popping up, um, Glassboro, one of the individuals created an app and everything and has vans that they created. And their big selling point is they only pick up and faculty, staff, students of Rowan. Their drivers are Rowan, students that are essentially. I've never tried it. I think it's just interesting how there are other services out there and students will find them if they're out there. So, yeah. Does anyone have any questions? I guess one thing I said is the material you shared on like the handouts and stuff, is that all available on your website to purchase? Or
Yeah,
some of that?
everything is on there. Yep.
Okay. And we also put so as like what they had at the airport, those A-frame type of signs. We saw one of them at I think I probably saw it at an airport. And I came back to campus and we recreated one kind of in our kind of branding, but still with all the same information and consistency. But we wanted to make it unique for Rowan. So yeah. Any questions from anyone? Okay, well, if not, I mean, I'll share this quickly in the chat. Let's see. Um, our KC has also partnered with the Cleary Center. So Cleary, they are having a campus safety summit meeting session this Thursday, I believe it is, for National Campus Safety Awareness Month. So that's something that if you are interested, it's free. So you can register. It's a one-day event. It's all free. There's some great opportunities, to learn there. And then I'm sharing the link as well for the other webinar on First Amendment and protests. So if you are interested to sign up, you can sign up through NASPA, and then they'll give you the link as well. So, but thank you both for attending. Hope you found it informative. Yeah. And thank you, Seymour, for spending the time with us.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hey, thank you. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.